Hi, welcome to Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty. If this is your first time here, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel. And for my returning subscribers, it's always good to have you back. As I promised, I am doing part 2 of my Sephora recommendations, or we could say some of my Sephora favorites. So if you're interested in seeing part 2 where we're going to do makeup, lips, fragrance, and all the things, then keep on watching. Okay, you guys, first of all, ignore these nails, hopefully Friday. I think, y'all know me. I think I've already overpulled products because I have some loves in here as far as makeup goes. So I think what I'm going to try to do is just narrow it down to like maybe 2 or 3 products in each category to keep it moving, so this video won't be so long. It's already 7 o'clock at night. It's been a long day. I don't know how the lighting is looking because it's raining outside. So we just want to kind of do speed reviews and keep it going. Okay, so this isn't even in any particular order. So yeah, it's in no order. So I guess we're starting with blush. Let's kick it off with blush. Now, I just said we're going to try to narrow it down to 2 or 3 products at the most. And here I go with 1, 2, well, here's 4. I don't know what category that is. Okay, anyway, first up, yeah, this is still 1 product. First up, I do want to recommend, as far as blushes, this year, was it this year? Or was it at the end of last year? I don't know. It don't matter. I do want to make mention of some of my favorite blushes. This is 1 brand, so that's only going to count for 1. This is by Danessa Myricks Beauty, and these are her Yummy Skin blushes. I have the shade Prima Donna. Whoa, Prima Donna. And I also have this beautiful shade here called It Girl. Now, It Girl is a duo that she has. Now, that, I believe, just released last month. It is a holiday set. It's a duo. It comes with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. Yes. And this comes with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. And you can use it on the face or the eyes. So these 2 came together in the same little packet because this a holiday duo set. And this is what the universal shade looks like. And this is what the It Girl blush looks like. Very vibrant. So I do want to recommend her blushes. And this one is the shade Prima Donna. And this is what this one looks like. Okay, another blush that I want to recommend is, I guess I'll do 3, is a, ooh, 4, I have 4. Okay, so as far as cream or liquid blushes go, I do want to recommend the one by Rare Beauty, and this is in the shade Lucky. I'm trying not to do any swatches in today's video. Very nice liquid blush. Actually, I have another one by Rare Beauty, and I think it's in the shade Love. It's another nice liquid blush. So this one in the shade Lucky. And I also like the LYS formula for their cream blushes. Now this one is in the shade Epic. Show you what Epic looks like. Very nice blush. And then I have one more to mention. So you know that little thing about me only showing 2 or 3 products. It doesn't apply for blushes. This is another because I want to show you different brands as well. So this is by Benefit, and this is in the shade Moon. And this is another blush that I really like. I actually got this at Ulta, but they do sell it at Sephora. And it smells so good. And this is what this blush looks like. Very nice blush here. Very pigmented, as are all the others. So those are all the blushes. I don't know what category this would fall into, but I was telling you guys about this trio that I got from Sephora for $7.50. It is in my Shop My Stash, and I am loving it. I am wearing it on my cheeks today, and I applied the blush, which is so pretty. And then for my highlighter today, I went and dipped in both of these shades. I didn't really want a really gold highlighter, and this one is kind of like a rose gold shade right here. So I just dipped in both of these, and this has such nice payoff. The blush shade shows up really nicely. So you guys, $7.50, you just can't beat it. Okay, so moving on to, let's go to mascaras. I have two mascaras that I want to recommend. This first one is by Rare Beauty. You know, I talk about this one all the time. This is a very good volumizing and lifting mascara. I love this to death. And also, same goes for this one by Lancôme. This is the Monsieur Big. Let me show you the wand. One of these big, thick wands. So this is by Lancôme. Same thing, volumizing and adding length. I actually have that one on my eyes today. Yes. And then this, also a nice wand on the Rare Beauty one as well. Okay, so what I'm looking at now are lipsticks. We're just jumping all around. Well, first let's talk about lip liners. Now these are two lip liners that I picked up a couple of months back, and they're by Charlotte Tilbury. And both of these lip liners, it is hot in here. Both of these lip liners I like a lot. It is hot. Okay, this one is in the shade Foxy Brown. Needs sharpening a lot. Here's my sharpener right here. Whew. I think I'm sweating already. It's hot up in here. Air conditioner's not coming on that much because it's raining. Okay, this is what this shade looks like. And then I have this shade Pillow Talk 3 Intense. And that's what this shade looks like. I guess I will swatch these because they're hard to tell. Pillow Talk Intense 3. And then Foxy Brown right up underneath. Or maybe on top. Right there. So those are the two lip liners that I wanted to recommend. Whew, child. Either I'm having a hot flash, I don't know. So I did also always tell you guys about the Dior lipsticks. This is in the shade Future Shook. This is what this one looks like. And I love these because I love the wand on these. And I love the staying power of the lipsticks. They don't rub off in my mask. They just stay put all day. So this is why I always recommend these. This is a good lipstick. And then I have I'll just pick one by Charlotte Tilbury. And this one is in the shade, I think this is in the shade So, I'll have to pop up on the screen if it's wrong. So I'll just show this one. A very pretty lipstick indeed. And I love the way the tip is, that it fits right up on your lips. And then the last lipstick I'm going to recommend, this is a new one, kind of new one to me, is by Fenty Beauty. The packaging just is lovely. And this is in the shade called Riri. And then one thing I noticed right off the bat about this lipstick is that they're so opaque, because I had a little darkness on my lips. I don't know if it was the salt from the popcorn or what, but my lips were kind of irritated, and this lipstick covered it right on up. So it's very opaque, but aside from being very opaque, it is so cushiony, smooth, and soft. This is a very comfortable lipstick. It's not a matte lipstick, so to speak, but it's very comfortable. Now, when I wear this with my mask, it will rub off. So, you know, if I'm just in my office with my mask dangling down, I may put some of this on, but these are opaque and very comfortable. So this one again is in the shade Riri. I don't really want to swatch. Let me swatch this one. You can just tell how opaque that is. Okay, so moving on, I have some brow products in here. Okay, so I have some brow products, and we're going to do a twofer again. I have the two brow products by, did I put this thing? Okay. I have the two brow products by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I'm just now discovering. And I have the Brow Definer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Remember I was telling you guys that I didn't think I would repurchase this again? Well, I've been using it and using it and using it because I added it to my Shop My Stash so I can get rid of it. And I am really digging it. I am starting to really like it. I still can't get the tail and the front of my brow like I like it, because the slant is a little thick. The tip is a little thick, if you can see that. So that's not going to give me like the precise little tail and brow strokes that I want, but I do like this. Like I said, I like just going in, creating the line underneath, and then just taking that and filling in my brows. It just makes it so fast. So I am really, like I said, I am starting to dig this one. And then this one is the Brow Wiz. And, you know, I wasn't really a huge fan of this one initially, but it started growing on me. And this is the one with the smaller tip, or the thinner tip. And I do like this one. Both of these by Anastasia are in the shade dark brown. Yeah, both of these are in the shade dark brown. And so that's my twofer. And then a new discovery for me this year is, actually about a month ago, is the Precisely My Brow. This is in the shade 5. Okay, and really love this one because of the same thing. The tip on these are very thin, are fine, and I just like that for, you know, the tail and the brow strokes, or the hair strokes for the front of my brow. So yeah, this has been around for a long time, I know, but it's new to me because this looks like a spaceship, and I never understood it. So I was never in a hurry to really try to pick that up or see what it was about. I just wasn't interested until the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. And then I said, let me just try that. And I am so happy I did, because I love that pencil. Okay, let's talk about highlighters. I believe I only have two, not counting the two in the Sephora palette. And by the way, this palette is called Empower. This is the Empower palette. Face palette by Sephora. And as you know, the Sephora products are going to be 30% off. This is already $7.50, so if they took this to 30% off, girl, Sephora be paying you. Okay, so now for my highlighters, I have this one by LYS. Very mirrored. And this is in the shade Aim High. This is a gorgeous highlighter. And when I tell you that this is a beaming highlighter, say less. Look at that. Very beaming. So I do enjoy this highlighter quite a bit. It's just gorgeous. And again, this is in the shade Aim High. And then I picked up this one by Charlotte Tilbury. And this is, it says the Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. And I have this in the shade Gilded Glow. Let's see if I can get this open with my broken nail. This is what Gilded Glow looks like. And this is a very pretty highlighter as well. Very pretty. If you're looking for one of those highlighters that's highlighting, both of these are good choices. And I enjoy both of them immensely. Okay, where are we? Let's do palettes. Oh, I don't know which one to choose. I know I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to do 2 palettes and an honorable mention. Want to try that? Okay, so my first palette that I absolutely love, because you know I love her products, is the Natasha Denona. This is the My Dream palette. And this is what it looks like. It is so funny. This is a true, I don't know if this is considered a duochrome, but you see how this looks pink in the pan? When I look at this shade from here, I don't know if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but this is green. It's green. I don't know if you guys can, you can start to see it right there. Isn't that something? And then head on is green. So I do like this palette just all by itself. I think it's very brown girl friendly in my opinion. And I'm still getting used to her cream to powder formula, but this palette is a winner. I really like it a lot. Next, since I can't use another one of her palettes, let's go in with this one by Pat McGrath Labs. And this is actually a quad, and it is called the Venus in Fleurs Luxe Quad. This is the packaging. So this is what this quad looks like. And I love this quad. I mean, it looks simple enough, but I'm telling you, this shade right here, it just does it for this quad. It just adds such glitz. So this one by Pat McGrath, the quad, it is a winner. And I'm going to do an honorable mention. This is a new palette, finally something really new, by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Fall Romance palette. I haven't shown you a look with this palette yet. I did do a few swatches with this palette on my channel. And in all honesty, I have not used this palette yet, but just by the swatches, and just because I know the brand Anastasia Beverly Hills, I know the formula of late, I know that this palette is going to be a great choice for you. If you're an Anastasia Beverly Hills stan, I'm going to say I'm not really a stan. There have been palettes by Anastasia Beverly Hills that I have skipped over, quite a few actually, but when I see a palette that I really like, I go ahead and get it, and the formula never disappoints. So yeah, this one, I would definitely recommend it. Okay, next let's talk about powders. I know I have recommended this powder to you guys over and over again, but it just never gets old. So this is the Fenty Beauty Powder. This is in the shade Nutmeg. This, of course, has to be a recommendation from me to you. This is such a great powder. I like this powder a lot, and I use it every chance that I get. The shade Nutmeg just works out perfectly for my skin tone. The powder gives you an airbrush finish. It's just a great powder all around. I haven't tried, oh, there's also a shade called Honey in this powder that I also have, But this one right here is the one that I pull mostly, and I love this powder as well. It's a great setting powder, not a finishing powder, but yes, it made the list. And I have 2 more powders, just 2, for my under eyes, and of course it's the Sephora powder. Again, Sephora products are going to be 30% off. This is in the shade Translucent, and this is a setting powder. Also, it sets your eyes so nicely, makes them just look smooth. And if you're using one of those powder puffs, you got it made, because those powder puffs are the business. So this one in Translucent. And then this is another one of my favorites by Huda Beauty. Now this one I have in the shade Blondie. Love, love, love this powder. I'm not really sure. I'm not really feeling the net though. Y'all tell me how to use this thing, because I've been dipping my little powder puff in there. Sometimes I'm coming up empty. So if I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments. But this is a great powder. It's very smoothing underneath the eyes, and it just sets them beautifully. Now this is described as a easy bake powder. So if you're into baking, this will be a good powder for you to buy. But because I have fine lines, I have mature eyes, baking is not my thing. Sometimes I'll leave it on for a hot minute, but that's it. But if you bake, you might want to pick this powder up and give it a try. Okay, we're moving right along, people. Now, I did pull too many primers. Let's talk about eye primers. First up, I have my Urban Decay. I typically get the anti-aging formula just so it doesn't show or emphasize all the lines in my lids. Plus, it has great staying power without having your eyeshadow creasing a lot. So I always keep one of these on deck. And besides eye primer, I also pulled the Pat McGrath Labs Intensifies Artistry Wand. Now, I don't use this very, very often. I'm typically a NYX glitter glue girl, but if I am looking for a glitter primer, a high-end one from Sephora, this would be the one. This is an easy one and done, whereas you take the glitter primer and you're having to pat it in, blend it in. This, you can just swipe on your eyes and then go about adding your glitter, your metallic shades, you know, just all the things. And this is just like a quick one and done. So now let's talk about foundations. Yeah, I know that was kind of a hard one as well, so I only pulled 2. First up, to no surprise, I did pull the Dior. This is the Backstage Face and Body. I have this in the shade 5N. Love, love, love this foundation. I love so much wearing this summer. It was just like a second skin. It was like one of those makeup, no makeup, like second skin foundations. I really got to really know this foundation this summer, and I loved it. I love the way it performed. I love the way it looked on my skin. This is a good one. And I used to hear people hyping this up all the time. And when I got it, I tried it. I was like, okay, y'all know me. When I get something for the first time, I cannot. I'm just like, it's okay. But the more and more and more that I use it, like I did this one for a solid month, oh, I fell in love. I like this so much. And I'm sad that I'm kind of sad that they have reformulated, because this is the original one. And now I think they have the hydrating one. So the original one, I don't know if it's still available, if you can still get it. But I'm not sure if I'll try the newer version. I may try just to see how I like it, but this I know I love. This next foundation is a foundation that I did not like, and I said it in so many videos. But once again, and I've had it in my Shop My Stash before, but I would never really gravitate to it because I was just like, I really don't like it that much. So this time I put it in my Shop My Stash for a month, and I made myself use it, and I really do like it. I really do like it, you guys. I use this quite a bit. Look at that. I was using this up. So this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. I am in the shade 50N. Once again, let me mention 30% off. This is a great foundation. It looks really good on the skin. I think the shade is what was kind of throwing me off. But this time when I wore it, I don't know if it's because of the tan I have going on or what, but 50N didn't look bad. So this, I really liked the way it looked. I liked the way it wore. When I put it on, I was just like, man, that looks good. And neither one of these foundations really look makeup-y. So they don't look heavy. So I just fell in love with this one as well. Moving right along, people. Moving right along. So for primers, I know I went overboard with primers. I know I did. I could not narrow it down. I have the Fenty Skin. And I have this in all the formulas. Okay, so this is a threefer. I have the hydrating one. I have the mattifying one, and I have the soft matte. I only pulled these two. The other one's in my Shop My Stash as we speak. So I have all of these, and all of these are fantastic. They perform well. I use the matte one when it's in the really desert heat of summer, like it was these past few months. The soft matte, maybe just around springtime when it's not really too hot. And the hydrating one, on and off right now, because I mean we've been in the 70s, some 80s, so it's not sweater weather, it's not cold weather, it's just nice. But now we have such humidity, and it's been raining pretty much almost every day. So I have all of the Fenty Beauty primers, so that's my threefer. And I do want to mention also this one by Milk Makeup. I think this is called the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Yes. And this is a nice one. I had the little itty bitty one, and I liked it so well. I went ahead and picked up the mid-size, because there's one that's a bigger one than this one, the full size. So I just liked, again, the way it performed on the skin. This one isn't one of the primers, even though it's a mattifying primer. It's not one that feels like it's like really, really drying matte when you have your makeup on top of it. My makeup still look good, because sometimes a mattifying primer, I just don't like underneath my makeup. It just makes my skin look dry. I don't like the way my makeup sits on top of it. I have combo skin, but the majority of my skin is regular. Sometimes if I'm wearing too much of a matte primer, my foundation doesn't look good on top. The skin just doesn't look good. That's why I don't like really matte products. It's, like I said, except for when the weather is like really, really hot. Then I'm reaching for the matte. But I found out this summer that even with that, I have to kind of mix. I may wear a mattifying product right here, and then just a maybe hydrating one over the rest of my face. So it just depends. But this one worked out perfectly. Even, you know, with it being a matte primer, it still worked nicely with my other products. It played nicely with them. So this is a good one that I would recommend as well. Let's talk about bronzers. I did pull 3, but I think I put one of them back. No, I didn't. It's still in here. It's an oldie, so we're not going to talk about it. But we will talk about this LYS bronzer that I absolutely love. This is in the shade Strength. And here's the packaging. I also have the cream bronzer, but I only wanted to pull one. And that one is in the shade Strength as well. The cream one is, but it's just a little too deep. So for that, I will just use it as a contour. But this one in Strength, the powder one, is beautiful. I love this one. It's just a nice milk chocolatey bronzer. The shade is perfect and it just looks really nice on the skin. So this one I love every time I use it. And then I've had this one for a while, but I rediscovered it maybe last month or the month before. And this is one by Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She's Chiseled. And I just really enjoyed using this. It was maybe last month or the month before. This is what it looks like. Here you have your powder, and here we have our cream. And what I would start to do is go in with my cream and put it on my cheek area, and then I will go on top and set it with the powder. I'm not even sure if that's not the way that you're supposed to do it. It doesn't say, but it probably says so on the website or on the original packaging that I no longer have. But yeah, that just worked out really well. And so at first I really wasn't feeling this. Oh, it does come with the little shield to protect the cream to keep it from drying out. But at first I really wasn't feeling it. So I had this for a bit now. But this last time, you can kind of see I started to get a little dip in the cream. But yeah, I just really like that combo of how I went in with the cream first and then set it with the powder. It worked out really well too. And I just like that combo, and it made me start liking this duo. Okay, let's talk about setting sprays. And quite honestly, I don't really have any setting sprays that I want to recommend to you guys, but I know that if you have oily skin, of course, you're going to hear a lot of people recommending the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless setting spray. I used it and I like it. It's not my favorite because, again, I don't like that matte look. I used it when we got, not even at the beginning of summer, I used it when the temperatures were really soaring. My 105, 106 degree weather. Then I would break this out, okay? But any other time, just as a setting spray to keep your makeup looking matte, this is not for me. Now, I did get the duo. They're selling the duo now. So if you, and I bought the duo full price because I was afraid I was going to miss out like I did the year before. But I'm not nowhere near finished with one bottle, much less I haven't even tapped into this one. But if you are an oily girl, I definitely would recommend this one for you. Now, this is a new one by LYS. And this is this is a natural finish setting spray. I don't know how I feel about this one. I haven't used it all that much. And it says it has a natural finish, but when I spray it on my face to kind of have everything gel together, take away the powdered look, and just, you know, just like my MAC Fix Plus or my Milani Make It Last or my MAC. There's another MAC, newer one by MAC that I have. Just like those, they melt everything and make everything seem look seamless. I didn't get that vibe when I would use this one. I mean, I would spray it on, but to me, it did not, you know, just make everything melt and look like one. So I do want to test this out some more because I don't want to give my final opinion about this one. A lot of people love it, but I didn't use it enough. After I used it, I probably used it like 5 or 6 times though, but I feel like I still haven't used it enough to say with all certainty that I like it, I don't like it. So I didn't pull it this shop my stash because I wasn't sure. So I wanted to give it a rest, but the next time I pull it again, I'll be able to have a more clear cut. But for those of you that may have used it already and want to re-up on it, and you know how you feel about this one may be a good one for you to go ahead and re-up on. But as for me, I'm not really quite sure. So like I said, I'm not really wanting to recommend either one of these right now, because this, I don't just grab for this one on an everyday basis because I don't like that matte look. And this one, the finish, I mean, I'm just not really sure about. So we're down to the stretch, you guys. Last up, now that I decided to cut half of these products, last up I have my concealers. And I thought that I would mention some concealers that I haven't mentioned maybe in the past, which means I wanted to say that the Lancôme Teint Idole, this is an all over concealer. It says I have the shade 460, yes, 460 by Lancôme, or Suede Warm. I never know which number to give you guys. But this one is a nice concealer. It is so creamy, but it blends out so effortlessly like a dream. Has good coverage, and I really like this concealer. I picked this up when I picked up the Lancôme foundation that's in my Shop My Stash now. The Care and Glow foundation by Lancôme. As a matter of fact, I think that's the foundation I have on my skin today. So yes, so I picked this concealer up at that time and it did not disappoint. So this is a good concealer. And the next concealer I want to mention is by Huda Beauty. It's in the shade Peanut Butter. And this is called the #Faux Filter Concealer. Another good concealer. This one, I love the unique doe foot of this one. Some people say it looks kind of like a finger. See how it's curved? And it does fit so nicely up into the inner corners of your eye. And talk about great coverage. This one has really good coverage. And so it's another one. And neither one of these, like I said, this one is very creamy. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a mattifying concealer. I can't remember. But neither one of these are drying to the under eyes. And I do use this one with the powder too, with the Huda Beauty powder. It looks good as a concealer, and the setting powder, just flawless. So both of these are good buys for me. And the last thing I want to talk about, I just pulled two, and these are two new fragrances to me. The first one is by Clean Reserve. This is my first fragrance by Clean Reserve. Now, I think my sister has tried them, but I never did. And when I tell you, for the first time trying the brand, I picked a winner. Well, I didn't really pick it. It was, you know, pick two products. You get two products free. But I decided to try this one, this little baby. It's already in my cart, you guys. This smells so, so good. It smells so good, you guys. Now, I wouldn't say, I'll put the notes up on the screen. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I think this is more of a spring and summer fragrance, or I would say I could get away with wearing this year round. This smells so good. It's such a nice smelling fragrance. I am not a fragrance connoisseur in terms of being able to tell you those notes just by smelling them. Can't do it. I can kind of tell you if I think it's spring or summer or fall or winter. I think you could just wear this year round. Actually, I really do. But this one, I'm so happy to have this. And like I said, I'm so happy with it that it's already in my cart. And then the next one, what do y'all think that's going to be? The next one is this, mine says, oh, here it is right here. This is by Killian, and it's called Love, Don't Be Shy. I got this little itty bitty thing. Now, let me tell you about this. This smells so good. I would definitely say this one. I don't know. I would definitely say this is a fragrance for fall and winter. And it smells so good. I think I actually like this one. You see, I chose this one instead of the, what's the one I had? The apple brandy. Yeah, I think I know I like this one over the apple brandy one that I have. Yes. This one, ironically enough, costs more than the apple brandy. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, this one costs more. And I'm not paying $280 something, I think it is. I'm not paying that for a fragrance. So I have the little one for $50 in my cart. So if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. But I also have this one in my cart as well. Love the way it smells. Both of these are, oh, smell so good. So I highly recommend both of these. Oh, I didn't even finish telling you what the name of this one is. This is by Clean Reserve, and this is in the scent Skin. So good, you guys. So you guys, that's it. By narrow, because I have a whole bunch more stuff in here, but I decided at the last minute that I'm not going to take out 5 concealers, 5 foundations, just pull all the products that I left. No, we're going to just narrow it down so we can be in and out. So that's it for today's video. I wanted to give you my recommendations for makeup, fragrances, lips, lip liners, all the rest of the categories. So I hope you did enjoy my Sephora recommendations. Again, I'll pop up the sale dates on the screen. Sephora products are 30% off. If you're Rouge, you get 20% off. If you're VIP, 15% off. And if you're Insider, 10% off. And I'll let you know when the dates run. I think it starts on Friday, though, for Rouge, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll pop it up on screen so you can have all the details. So that's it, you guys. I hope you did enjoy hearing about some of my favorite products or some of my recommendations for the Sephora BIB sale. Please do not feel like you have to shop these sales. I put something on my community post today that I found a better deal on the Fenty Beauty site where they were offering 25% off for their Fenty Skin. So I took all of my Fenty Skin products out of my Sephora cart, and I'm buying those on the Fenty Beauty website. So that's my plan. But I think that ends tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm going to be paid by tomorrow. I'll have to see what I can do. So, again, feel under no pressure. Everybody's rotating these videos about, telling you what their recommendations are. And, girl, put it in your cart. Oh, you need this. This is a must-have. I think I said put it in your cart, too. Put it in your cart only if you feel that you need the product, or if you're re-upping and you want to get it for a discount. But don't get suckered into buying all these items just because the sale is going on. Because really, 10% is not much, 15% is not much, and even 20% is not much. So, especially when you have these high-end products, so don't feel under any pressure to go and shop the sale, because I know there's been a year or two that I have skipped the sale altogether. And I told y'all, right now I'm fixated on my bedroom, getting my house spruced up again. So yeah, right now my cart was looking at like $400 and something. Now I think I'm down to $300. I'm gonna see what else I can whittle out of that cart, because I don't want to spend all my money on makeup, because like I always say, at the end of the day, it's all coming off. So you just watching it wash down the drain. So yeah, don't feel under any pressure. I'm just mentioning to you some of the products that I enjoy using. So I just wanted to give them a shout out to you. So if you did enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell. It just lets you know each and every time that I upload a video. Again, don't feel pressure, at least not by me, because I don't have any links. I don't have any affiliate codes. I don't have any of the things. So don't feel pressured by me. Shop, don't shop, do what's best for you. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a great evening. Bye-bye.